Have you tried setting up a new Stripe account lately and suddenly found yourself blocked, banned, or endlessly stuck in account verification just because you're not based in the US? You're not alone. In 2025, I started noticing something strange. More and more foreign business owners, people like you and me, we were getting rejected, frozen, or kicked off Stripe. And the worst part? Many of them were just trying to run a legit online business. So the big question hit me. Is Stripe quietly banning foreigners in 2025? Is there a new policy we don't know about? Are there new rules? And most importantly, can you still use Stripe if you're not living in the US? I've been through the pain. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what's really happening, what I personally experienced, and exactly what you can do to protect your business and keep getting paid. Also, don't forget to check the link in the description, where you can start your US company the right way, completely free with the same partner I use. All right, let's talk. Let me take you back to the beginning of the year. I had a digital product business going, selling digital PDF, and of course, everything was smooth. Sales were consistent. Stripe was working like a charm. And then one morning, it happened. I woke up, checked my email, and there it was. A message from Stripe that said, "We've reviewed your account and determined it no longer meets our guidelines. Your account will be deactivated in 7 days. No warning, no details, no appeal, just gone." At first I thought maybe it was a mistake. I wasn't doing anything shady. My business was legit, but the damage was done. They even held my funds, thousands of dollars, and said they'd release them after 90 days. That's when I knew I had to get to the bottom of this. Not just for me, but for all of us trying to run global businesses. What Stripe says versus what Stripe does. Stripe has always said it supports entrepreneurs from around the world, that you don't have to live in the US to use Stripe. And technically that's true. But in practice, that's a different story. To open a Stripe account as a foreigner, you need 3 things: a US LLC, a US bank account, and a US business address. If any one of those is missing or doesn't check out, you're in trouble. And here's what's changed in 2025. Stripe has quietly gotten stricter. Their verification systems are tougher. They're flagging virtual addresses. They're checking the authenticity of your documents. They're comparing your login IP to your business registration. So even if you do everything right, if one small detail looks off, your account could get flagged. What are they actually looking for? I'll tell you what I found. One of the biggest red flags is location mismatch. If your company is registered in Delaware, but you're always logging in from, let's say, Asia or Africa, that triggers Stripe's internal review. Next, the type of business you run. Stripe is extra cautious with business models like dropshipping, crypto, supplements, adult content, or anything in the financial space. Even if it's legal, it can still be considered high risk. And finally, documentation. If you don't have a legitimate US address with proof, like a utility bill or lease agreement, that alone can get you suspended. Stripe might request those documents out of nowhere and give you 24 to 48 hours to submit. If you miss that window, you're out. Now you might be thinking, but wait, isn't Stripe Atlas made for foreigners? Yeah, it is. And I actually tried it. Stripe Atlas helps you create a Delaware LLC, gives you access to a US bank account, and technically helps you get set up. It's a decent tool, in theory, but here's the truth. Using Atlas doesn't mean you're protected forever. I've spoken to multiple founders who were using Atlas and still got banned. One got flagged for not responding quickly to a document request. Another got hit because their virtual address didn't check out. So if you think Stripe Atlas will save you from being banned, I'm telling you now, it won't. It's helpful but not bulletproof. So, what actually works in 2025 if you're a foreign founder? Let me walk you through what finally worked for me. First, I rebuilt everything from scratch. I formed a brand new US LLC, but this time I didn't do it myself. I used Bizy. Why? Because they don't just give you paperwork, they give you the full package. That includes a registered agent, a real US business address, not a PO box, and a fast EIN. Next, I opened a business account with Mercury, which Stripe loves. Their KYC process is super clean, and they know how to work with international entrepreneurs. Then I connected Stripe again. But this time I was ready. My LLC was properly structured, my bank and address were aligned, and I made sure every document matched across the board. No issues, no bans, no flags. Let me also talk about something most people don't understand. When Stripe bans you, they don't just close your account. They hold your money. That's right. Any funds you've collected from sales, clients, or customers can be locked up for 90 days, sometimes longer. And during that time, there's no customer support. You'll get a generic email from the risk team and that's it. No appeal, no human interaction. You just wait. This can destroy a business overnight. If your Stripe account is your only payment gateway and it goes down, you're done. You can't pay your team. You can't run ads. You can't even issue refunds if you want to. That's why getting it right the first time matters more than ever in 2025. I'll be honest with you, the only reason I survived all this and got back up stronger was because of Busy. They helped me set up my US LLC from scratch. And it wasn't just about paperwork. They gave me 1, a real US business address. 2, a free registered agent for the first year. 3, an EIN delivered fast. 4, a free 30-minute tax consultation. 5, unlimited email and phone support. The whole thing took about 48 hours, and I saved more than $250 compared to the messy process I went through before. If you're even thinking about using Stripe or launching in the US, don't risk doing it the wrong way. Let Busy take care of it. There's a link in the description. You can get started today with $0 formation. Just pay your state fee and they'll handle the rest. So is Stripe banning foreigners in 2025? Not officially, but practically. Yes, if you're not prepared. The rules are stricter. The compliance checks are deeper. But if you take the right steps with the right structure, the right documents and the right partner, you can still use Stripe with no issues. So build it right from the beginning. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's trying to figure out how to use Stripe without getting banned. And again, check the link below. Form your US LLC the right way with Busy, before Stripe ever has a chance to say no. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.